In this video, kind of an interesting video, maybe for the first time, I'm kind of talking casually. I want to talk about my goals and affirmations to get to that $1 million. Because as you can imagine, as most people say, one, making your first million is the hardest. But two, making $1 million in general is pretty difficult, right? Like, it's not an easy task. But I think one thing I've been doing, and I have talked about this a little bit on this channel, is kind of reframing my mind that making $1 million is easy. And one thing I have started to do, which I have done here and there, I'm going to be honest, but I'm now doing more, is affirmations and basically writing things down. So I went to the dollar store, I'll show you. First off, I got this pen because I was like, it does kind of give me some like affirmations, you know, mystical things. And I'll talk about affirmations in this video because I actually feel mixed about them if affirmations are actually a legit thing. Maybe that could be a subject for a different video as well. Then I bought this book. And this is kind of what I've been using to write things down about what I want to accomplish and more. And the first thing, you know, I've kind of this right here, show this to you, but I'm going to read it, is the first thing I have is one, this is only just the beginning, right? That everything I'm doing right now, and this is true for both my life, but also this channel, is it's only just beginning. I'm trying to remind myself that like, it's just only the start. The next thing is I'm about to blow TF up. I'm blow the F up. And that's another thing I keep trying to tell myself that, you know, how would I act as if I already blew up? How would I act if I was already a millionaire? How would I act if I'm already getting tons of money? Sugar, honey, iced tea loads of money on this channel already. How would I act? And my thing is that I'm right on the cusp of blowing up. I'm right on the cusp of blowing up in the sense of I already have blown up, but it just hasn't happened yet, you know, almost in a sense, right? And there then are four things I've been saying to myself really every day. These are like the big kind of affirmations. And that is one, I'm making 5 figures a month. That is a big one that I want to hit. Like at least getting to 10K, because at 10K a month, that's 120K a year, 6-figure salary. That's a good amount of money, especially making that with YouTube and my music as well. That does kind of include all my different revenue streams, but that's the first big goal. Second one is, and this is a big thing I say, I'm one of the best content creators and musicians in the world. Now, I'm going to be honest. I remember learning this, that when it comes to making a goal, there's a sweet spot. Almost like the Goldilocks zone, right? Not too hot, not too cold. It's just right. Where if a goal is too small, it doesn't seem worth it. Like if I say to myself, oh man, I want to make $1,000 a month on YouTube, it's almost so small that you're like, well, it's only 12K a year. You know, it's not even people's rent, right? Like here in LA, it's like, is that small of a goal that worth it? I don't know. But then there's another instance of that on the flip side. If I say I'm going to make $1 million a month, now that's a great goal, but there's a point where I remember learning if it's too big that you consider realistic, you almost disregard it. You're like, well, making $1 million a month, how realistic is it? So I think there's like a sweet spot of being like, all right, not too much, not too low. That's right to me, 5 figures a month. Like I could see myself at some point, honestly, and I mean this genuinely, even maybe getting to the point where I'm making 6 figures a month, 100K a month, and I can see myself at some point in my life making over $1 million a year. And I think there's a certain way to word that where, again, it's not too big that you're like, okay, that's a little too unrealistic, but it's also not too small where you're like, is that even worth it? It's this kind of point in the higher end. It's almost like not extremely unrealistic, but a slight bit, right? And one thing that I say to myself every day is I'm one of the best content creators and musicians in the world. Now, if I said I'm the best YouTuber in the world, I'm the best musician in the world, I personally don't believe that would ever happen. I think maybe I have the potential, maybe, I don't know. But I think if I was, like, say, going to be the best musician or producer or electronic musician in the world, I'd have to go all in on music. I like doing other things besides just music. If I was going to be the best YouTuber in the world, well, I'd have to have Mr. Beast level mentality of only doing YouTube, where I like doing other things, right? So I think for me, saying I'm one of the best content creators, one of the best musicians, okay, that's more plausible, which is why I say that to myself every day. Third thing, and this is just like, I think one thing that I tell myself every day is that I'm living an incredibly interesting and exciting life. I'm somebody who loves adventure, loves doing tons of different things, right? And that's what I love about YouTube. I'm able to monetize the things that I love. Like my tax returns are crazy. Like I write off music festival tickets because I do content about them. I write off going to nightclubs. I write off the Ubers and Lyfts that I take to go into bars to do content. Like I write off so many different things because it all relates to what I'm doing. And I think I always tell myself like, hey, like, even though sometimes my life can be tough and my life is not easy, you know, at certain points, I keep telling myself, I'm living an incredibly interesting and exciting life. And the fourth one, which is a big one, is people are always attracted to me. That does not necessarily mean in a relationship like hooking up with girls way, but more of like when I meet somebody, like I naturally have this positive energy. I naturally have this vibrance to myself. Like people are always attracted to me in terms of me being able to network and make good connections. If I go to an event, I become like the life of the party or become the life of the room or bring a positive energy to the room, that kind of thing. And I guarantee we all know people like this, that when they walk into a room, they somehow like brighten it up. And you could say, and this is something maybe I'll touch upon in this video, or I'll definitely do a dedicated video about this. You could say, is it some universe, quantum attraction type thing? I personally don't really believe in that. Personally, like obviously I believe in quantum mechanics because it's a thing, but I don't necessarily believe in that, but I also believe in evolution psychology. I believe in psychology in general and body language, and there's a lot of studies to show that we, whether we know it or not, like do assess and review and analyze people's macro movements, but also their micro movements, and that says a lot. And so I think by telling me these things, I think it's important for me to just realize like this is where I'm at right now, but also where I'm going. And things are only going to get bigger. The second page, as you can see right here, and this is on the first part of this book, is I'm on a winning streak. That's something I got from Charlie Rockett's podcast with Logan Paul. Really good podcast, by the way. Sometimes podcasts for me are a little too woo-woo, too like, oh, just believe. But like that one had, I think, a lot of really good constructive stuff in it. I definitely suggest watching it. It was a phenomenal podcast. And one thing he talks about, which is talked about in a lot of different things in terms of gratitude and whatnot, is he always tells himself, I'm on a winning streak. That momentum is one of the most powerful things. Like once that ball gets rolling, once the snowball effect happens, it can be massive. And he does it where, like, he goes to Starbucks, and this is the example he used on a podcast. He goes to Starbucks, and he gets a $3 coffee, and he goes, whoa, I'm getting so much happiness. And for me, I love my morning coffee. And he's like, yo, I'm getting so much happiness for only $3. I'm on a winning streak. Wait, I just got this smaller thing that's really good happen to me. I'm on a winning streak. I go to a bar and I get a free drink. I'm on a winning streak. And I think to have that kind of momentum in your mind, whether it is a fake it till you make it mentality, can go a long way. Your mind does focus on the things that you bring it to the most. This has been shown a lot in psychology. Like if I said to you, think of like a red Prius for the next week. I guarantee, at least I think, there's no some universal attraction things that brings those red Priuses to you. It's not that you notice them more, right? It's just psychology. Like you're telling yourself, hey, think about red Priuses. So your mind is like, oh, I have to look out for red Priuses more. I also think this is part of evolutionary psychology where your brain tries to protect you. So it's like, okay, we can't focus on everything at once. What are the most important things to focus on to protect ourselves and blah, blah, blah. And I think if I keep telling myself, I'm on a winning streak, I'm one of the best content creators and musicians in the world, blah, blah, it tells my brain to look out for these things that might give me opportunities and more. Nothing woo-woo or blah, blah, blah about this, even though I will say this pen is a bit woo, but you get the point. And then I have things like this, like that I say to myself, like I'm always winning. I'm always looking at the wins. I have this here just as a why not, like I'm quantum, I'm momentum, in the sense that I am attracting things. The way I look at it is, even though I don't really believe in it that much, I'll be honest, I'm like, hey, it doesn't hurt. Like I wrote down, doesn't hurt. And then I have here, I am successful. Like I am successful. I'm a delusional optimist. Like I do think at some point I'm going to be making over $1 million a year with all the stuff I'm doing. I'm always making moves. Everything I'm doing, every video I post, every song I make, every connection I make, I'm making moves. I also have this here is that everyone wants to see me and hear me. That's a weird one, but I think I tell myself that because I have this theory that if, like, say you're someone like, I'm trying to think of like a good example. Someone like say, I don't know, like Obama, and maybe an interesting example. He knows when he speaks, people want to hear him. Obama's a phenomenal speaker. That being said, I think for a lot of people take YouTube, when they start doing YouTube, they're like, well, no one wants to hear me. Who wants to hear about my life? Who wants to watch me try to make $1 million or make it? Who wants to be on this journey with me? And I do believe, like I said, in a pure psychological way, that body language, that mentality does translate through on camera, and of course, even more so in person. And so I think one thing I tell myself a lot sometimes, even if I don't feel like it, is, hey, everybody wants to see me and everyone wants to hear me. Not in a narcissistic way, not in like a I'm the best way, but I'm like, hey, want to make a YouTube video? I know people want to watch this. I make my videos as if, everybody wants to see this. Every video I make could be a potential 1 million view video because of the video that I'm making, if that makes sense. And then lastly, my future goals already happened. I think I said that to myself in a way that, like, you know, 2 things I heard about when it comes to creating good goals is to use the phrases I am and I have. And one technique I learned from Tony Robbins is to be grateful as if it already happened. So like I could say, it's be like, man, I am so grateful I have $1 million in the bank. I'm so grateful. And expressing gratitude in a sense for things that haven't happened yet, but I wrote it down as that it already happened, right? Like I already made $1 million on this channel. We already did it. We're just waiting for it to happen. It's kind of like if you start a marathon, you know you're going to finish. I mean, you know you're going to finish, but you just have to make the process to get there. And the biggest thing I think for me right now, and again, I'm writing more and more notes in this, it is something I've been trying to do, as there have been a lot of studies that things that you write down, you're like significantly more likely to accomplish it. You remember it more. There's a bunch of studies about that and whatnot. But I think the biggest thing on this channel that I've been really doing is focusing on, kind of for the first time, a lot of visualization and affirmations. Not in a woo-woo way, because my thing is, and again, I hate to say it, but I don't necessarily, like I said before, believe in like The Secret, for example. But I do believe in what psychology says. I do believe in what neuroscience says. Like neuroscience has said, for example, that if you look in the mirror every day and you say like, I am confident, right? As an example, you become more confident. And to me, that makes sense. It's a Pavlovian response. You're seeing yourself and you're saying, I'm confident. Your brain says, well, that person that I'm looking at is confident. Just like Pavlov's bell and everything that happened with that. Like, it's simple classical conditioning and simple psychology. And this is a big thing I have been doing, is really just looking at all these affirmations, everything I've been doing, and kind of utilizing that in almost every video I make. And like I said, right now, at the time of this video, we are still in its infancy, but things are moving very rapidly. Are we at the point where we're making tons of money yet? No, but we're on our way there. And I think having the right mindset from day one is a really good mentality to have. That how would I act on a video like this if I already made the $1 million? I'd be super confident. I'd be like, hey, we already made the $1 million. I know I did it, right? It's the same thing if I said to you, like, if someone said to you, can you eat cereal with a spoon? You'd be like, yeah, watch me. And you just do it without thinking. You wouldn't hesitate. You wouldn't be like, well, I don't know, dude. I don't know. With a spoon, cereal? Bro, I don't know, right? Like, you just do it. You just do the thing.